Big welcome back. Thanks for tuning in. Today you're watching a chest day with some tricep extensions. We've got bicep curls and as well chest flies. The main conversation I'd like to take place would be on the scapula, the core, and as well grounding in order to maintain these very important positions throughout key lifts. Starting off, you saw some priming of the rotator cuff with the banded pulls when the band was hooked up to the rig. All we're doing there is making sure that we're braced throughout, maintaining a nice stable position all the way from the floor up through the core into the hips and the shoulder girdle. We're externally rotating that shoulder again and again, pulling on the band, making sure that everything's primed up in the upper shelf before we get down onto the bench. Next, you saw some kettlebell swings just to increase the main temperature of the body, make sure everything that was primed and working, everything was flowing nicely before we took ourselves to the bench and started with a bit of a warm-up on the pressing. With the beginning of the bar, we threw on some 25s, worked our way up to the 45, 45 and a 10 for 155 for 8 reps, and then hit a top potentiation set of 185, being 145 with the 25 on it. It was a heavy load, and it was definitely effective. The weight moved very well, and I didn't move it for consecutive reps. I wasn't maxing out on the 185. I was rather using it as a top set to work down from, and made the 155 feel really light from there. Moving back into the focus on the core, I'd like to point out that sit-ups were done during the warm-up in order to, I guess, really prime the whole system, making sure that everything was flowing nice when I was pressing. And the scapula as well was warmed up for all of that. Grounding is the third topic I wanted to bring in here really quick before we sum things up. You'll notice that my feet are as grounded as they can be through most of these core lifts that I've been completing here. Even on the tricep extensions, I really like to keep my feet planted. That way I can get full range through those repetitions. Hey guys, thanks again for tuning in. As always, eat your food, invest your time, and take care, fellow gainers. I wanted to make one more note on how I was grounding my feet here with the usage of yoga blocks. I am short, the bench is high. With the ability to have my feet on these blocks, I can really ground myself, opening up my hips and using my core a lot more for these main lifts. Thanks again.